Warning: this video blog or vlog could contain harsh opinions and foul language. If you do not appreciate said content or material, well, you could just fuck right off.
Greetings, Internet people. RantingRamsay here. How are you all doing today? Not doing so badly. What I wanted to talk to you today about was basically something that, I guess I used to kind of exhibit some signs of at earlier points in my life, but now I've kind of pretty much gotten over it. And that is the tendency of a lot of gamers out there to engage in like fanboyish wars about which gaming console is better or what's better, PCs versus consoles. And I've kind of addressed this subject in the past when pretty early when I started making these videos. So if you want to go and search back through what I've done to see what I've said about it before, you're more than welcome to. I'm too damn lazy to put annotations in the video, so whatever. But I think we all know what I'm talking about here when I say, you know, it's like the kids out there that are like, oh, the PlayStation 3 totally sucks. You can't even chat with your friends while you're playing different games and blah blah blah. Or on the other side of the same coin, you get the the Xbox 360 absolutely sucks because you have to pay for the online service and you can't even play a Blu-ray DVD on it, and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's pretty much, you know, the same type of behavior that goes on with different arguments on the side. Now, the astute observer at this point has noticed right there what they may not be able to see because of the couch is directly below it, right about there, is also a PlayStation 3. I own both systems. I started like 4 years ago, like a year or so, year and a half after the Xbox 360 came out. I purchased one because at the time it was more affordable than a PlayStation 3. So I purchased an Xbox 360 and I played on that for about 2 years. 2.5 years almost, and I started having hardware problems, and I said, you know what, fuck this, it's taken them this long to fix the hardware problems on their systems. Even though mine took 2.5 years to start having hardware problems, I took everything I owned for a 360 and I took it into Game Crazy, which went out of business, and I traded everything for in-store credit, and with that in-store credit I bought a PlayStation 3 Slim, which is still sitting over there. And then recently came an opportunity to acquire that Xbox 360 right there for incredibly cheap. And so I did, and so I enjoy both. The best of both gaming worlds, I guess you could say. But back on track about the flaming hatred fanboys. The point that I really had the most thought out to say about this comes from this question right here. It says, where does this hatred really come from? The system that I didn't buy totally sucks ass is basically the general sentiment that we're talking about here. And I think perhaps that sentiment comes from an inherent or subconscious insecurity that whatever system they bought for whatever reasons may have indeed been the wrong system. So they feel the need to vehemently defame the opposing brand or product choice. What that basically means is, exactly as I stated before I even asked the question, really, is whatever I didn't buy totally sucks, because I guess I'm worried that what I bought was the wrong thing and everyone else is actually enjoying the better system and I've got the shitty one. But the humor I find in this is that there is no wrong system when it comes to what is right for you as a gamer, because both PCs and the opposing consoles, I guess the three of them really at this point, all have their strengths and their weaknesses, and the determination is made when you, the gamer, apply what your needs and expectations are against the options, different strengths and weaknesses. Can't really be much more plainly said than that. The choice the option whose strengths align with your wants and whose weaknesses you find trivial is obviously the right choice for you. But my point is that there's no right or wrong system when it comes to, especially with the PS3 versus Xbox 360. There really isn't one clearly superior system when looking at them from a neutral standpoint. Both are extremely good at different aspects of gaming. Basically, to break it down for you, and I'm sure people will have a lot to say in disagreement about the next few statements I'm going to make, which is just fine with me. Because I believe this statement to be true, these two statements to be true. The Xbox 360 is extremely useful at social networking in your gaming. As once you go ahead and knuckle down and pay for Xbox Live, it is much more easy and convenient to connect with your friends and message them in-game and chat, etc., etc. And it basically gives the vibe that it was made or manufactured to bring people together to play games, because the Xbox Live is extremely useful when it comes to 5 different players can play 5 different games simultaneously on 5 different consoles, obviously, all connected to Xbox Live, and be in a party chat where they can all talk to each other regardless of the fact that they are playing 5 different games. That is extremely useful. That's handy. You can still chat with your friends while you're playing different games. That's very nice. The PS3 has a very broad range of capability and hardware behind it that has proven to be reliable, stable, and fast. Because of this, it has a higher capability for crisp, clean, and deep graphics. For those of you not interested in graphics and are more interested in long play games, a Blu-ray disc can hold more information than a DVD, no matter how many times you layer it, because Blu-rays just have that capability, giving rise to longer games, more variety in weapons and enemies, and in RPG cases, the more weapons and items. Of course, this is all in system exclusive, because anything that's on both systems, obviously one is going to be limited to what the other is, because the developer is coming from a neutral standpoint. Oh, wait a minute. You see what I did with those two statements there? I spoke well of each system and never made a negative statement about the opposing choice in the process of describing what I liked about each system. See? It can be done. If more people took that approach, maybe we wouldn't see so much asinine flaming hatred all over the internet of people telling us why we should hate the gaming option that they didn't choose. Of course, I'm sure there's a lot of you that are going to disagree with things that I had to say, and I welcome you to your disagreement. State it to me however you wish. I will reply to anything that is not trollish, and even then I might even reply to the trolls, because it's fun to feed the trolls every now and again, I have to admit. But, yeah. If you want to engage me in a debate about this subject, if you find my views just absolutely reprehensible, you go right ahead. You will find me more than game, my friend. I'm RantingRamsay. That is all.
Hey, did you get all that, man?